Get your hand off my penis!
No. Now it's working.
Oh, shit.
I had quite the scare there.
That was spooky.
Wasn't it, though?
Yeah, that thing looks expensive for sure.
I got a backup, but I don't want to use the backup until I really have to.
Uh-huh.
But, start over again. I got Stetson.
What's up?
Jacob.
Hey.
And Reese.
Hello.
You might know them as Gamma, but they're not. It's Muscle.
It's fucking muscle, though.
Muscle. That's right.
Yeah.
Muscle.
Gamma 2 Electric Boogaloo with breakdowns, less solos.
Less solos?
By less, I mean none.
No solo?
We made like the 17-minute long song into a whole 17-minute long demo, dude.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
We cut it up, yeah.
So how did this come about? The band, I mean.
Shit. Well, I like Gamera. It started as a joke.
Like all good things in life.
Still a joke, dude.
Jacob will correct me because he has a better memory, but if I remember correctly, me and him were listening to Suburban Scum.
Oh, I thought you were about to say Sills and Cross. Like, damn, that's fucking heavy.
Hey,
No,
dude,
we were
shit's
listening
heavy.
to like Suburban Scum or something, and I had made the comment of like, this shit has some muscle to it. And I had then said that would be a great title to a band, a hardcore band called Muscle. And then it just sat for like a fucking, like a year?
Yeah, it was you and Jake, as in Mr. Mesh, who's not with us right now.
Right.
It was them that were really.
Do I
listening
still
to
need
the
to teach you how to
hardcore
talk into a
stuff.
microphone? Jesus Christ, get closer.
I don't want to be too loud.
He just got off of work, man. Give him a break.
Give me a second.
He
to
was saving
unwind.
Juggalo Jesus out there, bro.
I was indeed saving Juggalo Jesus
He was on
from
a
the
search-
dumpster.
He was on a search and rescue mission.
So yeah, Jake and Reese were listening to the hardcore stuff back then. I was really only into Hatebreed back then, but yeah, they brought Suburban Scum to me, and I was like, the riffs are cool. I don't like the vocals, but awesome. Yeah. And
How dare you, dude? Subscum vocals are so sick.
They are pretty sick.
Reese's side of the story, that's all accurate from there. It was literally just they brought it to me, and
Sounds
Reese
accurate.
was like, it got some muscle to it. And I don't know if you guys remember in the Gamma reviews, but we talked about liking muscles a lot.
I did.
But yeah, at one point in time, Jake was the bass player, Reese was the guitar player. I was supposed to be the drummer. We didn't know who the vocalist would be, but we
Then they met the only hardcore kid in Lafayette. Dog.
so
They were like, gotta be him, dude.
naturally, that's what ended up happening. And then we wrote like one song 2.5, 3 years ago or something like that, and just sat for a really long time.
The worst lyrics. Now it's our best song.
And then we did the Gamera thing, continuing. I mean, it was the primary focus to begin with.
Yeah.
And then eventually, Jake parted ways with us. It was a huge weight for everyone involved, I think, in more ways than one, because
Really?
it's like for you to be in a band where
Definitely.
you're only doing work and not doing the fun stuff, as in playing shows, it takes its toll. And as much as we wrote and recorded, it was ended up decided that he would step down and only focus on Vedic decryption.
Mm-hmm.
We're still cool with him. There's no problem with that.
Jake's the man.
That's my ball.
Yeah, man.
And then when it finally came around for...
He works out a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Oh yeah,
If
he's
you guys
my coach.
need any coaching, go to
Kill What Kills You
Yeah.
Fitness. Hit your boy up.
Yeah.
boy Jake
He's
Mesh. We'll get you
fucking-
involved.
JWKY
Yes, dude.
Fitness, right?
Like,
It's underscore.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Like legit, every time I see one of his stories or posts on Instagram about him working out and eating right, I just like, for all intents and purposes, like I feel bad about what I'm doing. I'm doing everything fucking wrong. So kudos to you, Jake Mesh, my boy Blue.
Yeah, when it came around for me, like I was just like in this weird position of like Gamera kind of imploded in on itself for a little while. And right now it's on indefinite hiatus. For anyone that was wondering, we never really released that information, but that's basically what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not dead. It's
on ice, baby.
Yeah. We're gonna
it's in the body bag.
Yeah, it's alive. It's alive.
But yeah, we came around. I was like, okay, I want to do muscle now. And Jake was like, I can't. I got too much stuff going on. 'Cause like I said, he was originally slated to be the bass player, but now my nephew Ethan Swear is the bass player.
That's your nephew?
Yeah, my oldest brother's oldest son.
Isn't
That's
that
the
weird,
way I
dude?
describe it.
They're the same age.
His dad is 45, and Ethan is what 24 now.
They're more like cousins than anything.
Yeah, we grew up kind of more like a removed from each other brother type of situation.
Yeah.
So,
I get it.
And then in the South, that's some fishy
I was about to say, it's not Alabama cousins, dude, but like it's close. It's mad close. Yeah.
a little too close.
That's the story of how muscle formed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty stupid.
I wrote lyrics.
It's one of the best origin stories I've heard.
It's
Thank
dope,
you.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wrote lyrics for Quest for the Gains like 3 years ago, and it was just me spitballing the stupidest shit I could. And now there's like people who I don't know who sing it back at me, and that's crazy. This is my first band, so like crazy fucking feeling.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, crazy fucking feeling.
Well, y'all played Lafayette, right? And y'all played Baton Rouge as well, didn't you?
We played
New
Lafayette
Orleans.
twice, and then we played at Santos for our second show.
That's what it was.
That place is haunted, bro, but we can get to that.
Oh, we got some weird experiences in that place.
Dude,
Right?
anywhere, on Lower Decatur, I mean, yeah, it's fucking, it's spook central. I do not fuck with that town.
I saw some folks. I'll say that they had some individuals walking the streets. That was
A lot of crackheads out there is what Reese is trying to say.
well, not
a whole
just
lot of
that, but
crackheads,
I mean, I can't show it on the podcast, but this dude was walking around. He was a walking Muppet, and I mean literally a walking Muppet.
that dude was sick.
Yes.
Like, what kind of Muppet we're talking about?
No, like his head was a sock puppet.
Oh, wow.
Like, I mean, literally. I'll show it to you after the podcast. I have a video.
He
of it.
was living his truth.
Show it to me now, because
Yeah,
it's going
dope.
to, I'm old, dude. I'm going to forget that shit.
Yeah, we were talking to the general manager of Santos, and he was telling us, he's like, you see these pillars right here? Beyond this, where the stage is, this building is over 300 years old.
Yeah, dude, it used to be a fucking nunnery. Like there was
That's
nuns
wild,
in that bitch,
man.
which is stupid scary.
Yeah. If you're not from New Orleans or just never been there and you saw some shit like that, you were like, what is in the fucking water? Are they passing out LSD?
Legit, yeah, that was my thought. And I crossed my fingers and prayed to whatever devil or God was listening. He was like, please come back. Because he just was walking down the street talking to people. And luckily I got Stetson. I think I grabbed you to go.
I did not see him.
Did he grab you hard?
I was scared of the ghost, dude. He's kind of a grabby guy. Dude, I ain't gonna lie though, the other day, like he's got some hands. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
Bro,
that day he does.
the other day,
Fucking
man,
impressive.
My fucking lower back was hurting, right?
Yeah.
And Jacob can attest to this shit. So I was like, Jacob, I was like, Reese, we need to do something to work these kinks out. Bro, we laid in this fucking room, we put on like Tibetan pipe music and shit, and he just rubbed the dog shit out my back. And dude, I felt like a brand new fucking man. Like a brand new man.
I felt like I
Is
made
it
a man
possible
out of
to learn this power?
Oh, dude, that
you
shit's
have
fucking awesome.
to let me commit to you on top of you.
Yeah, Mans was straddling me. Yeah, it was wild, dude. But I swear to God, like brand new dude.
Yeah?
I felt like I could jump a building.
And this is just like before a practice or a show, right?
Right
I think it was after.
right after?
practice, yeah.
I'd throw my back out because sometimes now I'd be sneezing and my back just doesn't cooperate. And
Makes sense.
That's what happened, dude. And he did what he did, bro.
All right.
That shit wasn't no joke.
Shit. So, how many tracks we got on the demo right now?
6.
6.
But we actually have like 20 songs written and recorded. Though.
Damn.
Oh, yeah.
Gamera may be on ice, but Jacob and I's, not just us, but Stetson's writing stuff. Ethan is a riff lord as well.
Yeah.
We are very prolific.
Gamera is on ice, but muscle's on heat, bro.
Yeah, we continue to write.
We in the
shit.
microwave.
It definitely sounds like the muscle's really hard to go.
Oh yeah, it's anabolic.
Awkward
Dog.
silence.
No, it's stupid anabolic.
Tons of roids.
Yeah, you can tell by our bodies.
In fact,
Actually,
I actually
yeah.
just recorded one yesterday.
No, yeah? What you recording through again?
Scarlet 2i2.
Okay.
I've been using like Amp Sim stuff, but obviously the real thing is way better.
Well, I guess what that interface? Well, what DAW you using now? I'm curious about that.
Oh, Reaper.
Reaper?
Yeah.
How you like that? Is it? You know.
Well, I've used it. I think every single time I open the thing up, it says you have been using Reaper for approximately 958 days running time. Are you sure you don't want the commercial license that we offer? Our services are not free, but we don't believe that it's a good thing to enforce a price tag on our customers.
And you're like, all right, bet.
Yeah, sure.
What are you
using the free one.
What are you trying to do to me? What's the end game here? Fuck.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
it works well. I like it.
What can you say is probably like the one song that Muscle has recorded that you're really satisfied with how the outcome?
I bet we all have a different one.
We can start with Stetson here.
Oh, okay. So that we've recorded. Some of the newer stuff that we haven't dropped yet is like, I'm noticing my diction. This is my first time doing vocals. So I'm noticing my diction and like the way that I pronounce shit is like way better. Not to toot my own horn, but I think my favorite shit that we've recorded has got to be Quest for the Gains. It's such a fucking anthem.
I like Cardio of the stuff that's released. That's probably my favorite.
Cardio, dog.
Probably Quest as well. And it has not to do with I'm the one that wrote it. I agree.
It has everything to do with you writing it.
No, I just see how it resonates with people. People really, people seem to be resonating with all of it, which is cool.
Oh
But
yeah.
Quest, it's short and sweet, and no joke. I think me and Jacob, I think we fucking took like 20 minutes to write it. It came
didn't take long
together
at all.
Yeah.
so. I think I still have the videos of us putting it together on my old phone. Like it was like magic. It just fucking came together.
Yeah.
And I've said it before. It of all the songs, it serves its purpose as a hardcore song the best.
Certainly.
There's the crowd participation part of it. It's not super long. The riffs are very traditionally like hardcore, like groove type shit.
Bouncy. It's very bouncy.
I thought of Sand, the band Sand, when I wrote it.
Yeah.
And like you said, sing along chorus and the fucking breakdown is just, man, that shit hits.
And we say bitch as soon as it starts, so it makes sense.
Stupid heavy, man. Stupid hard.
So Jacob and Reese have been, repeat offenders on this podcast, but Stetson, you're a newbie, man. So like,
I am.
We need to get to know you.
Yes, sir.
And
You'll regret it.
And nor Gertz.
Well,
but no, seriously, I would like to know more about you and where you come from and where did this, the origin story of you, like from everything from kindergarten, wherever to now.
I was born a full grown man.
Yeah,
yeah,
it
full
shows.
mustache and
It definitely shows.
No, man, I'm actually from Southern California.
Whoa.
Yep. I'm from LA County, the eastern side of it, a little town called Palmdale. Shout out Afro Man. And it's like our only claim to fame.
No shit.
Yeah. You're born knowing like Colt 45. It just like pops. I don't remember learning those lyrics. It just happened to me. But yeah, I grew up LA County out in the desert. And I guess as far as music goes, like my first big musical obsession was Kiss.
Hell yeah.
Dude, Kiss fucking rips, man.
Yeah.
It still holds up.
Yeah. That's like my dad's main influence on me was Kiss. So I'm with you.
Phenomenal. And I think that I lend a lot of like the stupid shit that I do now, like the branding on the Instagram and stuff, to a lot of that Kiss brand.
Well, yeah.
So Kiss, then got into Metallica. Me and a neighborhood kid, we were jamming out covers that sucked so much balls.
I've seen them.
Terrible.
They do.
Oh, they're bad, dude. They were bad, but we had fun, man. I was like 11, he was like 12, and he had a fucking knockoff Flying V and cream color. That thing took a fucking beating. It was fun. It was cool. I didn't play much guitar back then. I played a ukulele that my dad painted with like lightning bolts on it and shit, so I could feel cool.
That's something really different.
Hey, dude, we put a pickup in it. It sounded like dog shit. Bad. You grow up, you want something a little harder,
right?
I started finding like just death metal. Like I think like Cannibal Corpse was my first real like intro into death metal. I heard like Priest of Sodom. or something first, and like I was like, damn, this shit's crazy. I was so fucking scared of it. I'm from a not a super religious family, but very much my dad is like a big country fan, like Chris Ledoux. He rode bulls. My dad rode. That's how I got this country ass name. Was
I'm about to say. I mean, right. Stetson, dude. Like that's a very niche name.
It is. I hated it when I was a kid, but I've grown to love it. But yeah, my dad rode bulls, so he listened to a lot of country, a lot of like cowboy poetry type shit.
Yeah, and
then my mom was like an 80s like glam metal queen, right? So like Def Leppard, Motley Crue,
Lita Ford,
exactly. She had the moosed up
Vixen.
Bangs. My mom was badass, dude. She's still around. She's still badass, but like she doesn't have the moosed up bangs anymore. But like, yeah, I've seen pictures like cut up Pyromania shirts. Like,
hell yeah,
she was badass. Which speaks to my love of glam metal because we had like monster ballads on CD, and so like Kicks Don't Close Your Eyes.
I remember those fucking commercials like yesterday, dude. Like,
oh yeah, dude, monster ballads is fucking sick, man. Like to this day, I'll still let that run on Spotify. Fucking Don't Close Your Eyes is nuts, man.
That's a good shit.
So yeah, straight up. So from Cannibal Corpse, I started checking out like Morbid Angel and shit like that. And then I had my hair real long. I was in like the 8th grade, and I heard a riff from Stick to Your Guns, and it was over, dude. Chop the fucking hair off. It's a really predominantly hardcore scene where I'm from. Like hardcore kind of, the way that like death metal and thrash metal and like stoner metal like reigns supreme here. Hardcore was the predominant thing back home when I was growing up.
Yeah, because it was like a numbers game. I mean, and on that side of the country.
Oh yeah, but we had like Terror come through town all the time.
Yeah,
we had Stick to Your Guns. We had like Early the Ghost Inside, Death Before Dishonor, First Blood. That's like all.
There's a few bands that I recognize, but I can tell you right now, I'm not the most well versed dude in like modern horror, I guess.
We'll get you there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good. We'll get you there. But yeah, I fell into that, and then first show I ever went to, DRI at a real,
I know about them.
A real shitty VFW, man, and that blew me the fuck away. So then I realize I'm probably making this story way longer than it
we got all the time you need.
Cool, man.
It can't beat what I did the first time we came.
No shit, I listened to it. It's wild.
Remember that one? I do.
Wait until the muscle lore segment. My boy's gonna blow your mind. He wrote a manga, man. It's nuts. But yeah. So I turned 18. My parents are like, "Hey, you gotta go to college, or you gotta get a job and pay for some college." I'm like, "All right, that sounds like shit."
Yeah,
that sounds rough. It does sound like shit, and it's really hard to find a job when you're 18 with no experience, especially in a competitive job market like Southern California. So, I had a brother-in-law at the time that was a salesman for an oil field company, and he was like, "Hey, come check it out for 6 months." And so I moved out here. Fell in love with the food. Now in October, it's gonna be 10 years.
God damn,
yeah,
dude.
man, it's pretty cool, man.
That's wild.
Yeah. And like I said, I really fell in love with the culture. I really fell in love with just Louisiana has a certain thing, especially the 337 in general, like Acadiana. I feel like it adopted me as like an orphan son. Yeah. And I have fallen completely in love with this place to where like the desert doesn't really feel like home to me anymore. I really feel like I'm like from here.
No, that's awesome.
I thought you were from here, bro.
I thought he was too when I first met him.
I think I'm RCA at this point, but I don't know. I'll let y'all decide.
He said, when I first met him, I don't think I asked you where you was from. You just started talking about bands and shit, and then like he comes to my house like, I'm from California. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Anyway,
it's weird.
Imposter.
Well, the mullet and the mustache,
dude. My dad has a mullet. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, it's like, dude, I should be from here. You know? But no, I come from a pretty country.
Sorry, Dad, you had a mullet. No, it's okay.
Damn, bro. Boy, he's got a skullet now.
No, his shit's all. We're Native American, so my dad's shit is
okay. Word,
flowing.
Yeah, my dad's on the Dawes roll, man. I need to get my car, but I'm trying to get in there, bro.
Yeah.
You are you Chitimacha or like what's the deal?
No, United Homeless Nation. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're not federally recognized because
damn dog.
Whatever, dog. It's
the Cherokee just took really good records. Like,
yeah, they did. Yeah. Well, that and they got nuked by fucking Andrew Jackson along the way.
Bad, dude. They invented stickball, and that's like the hardest sport, dude.
Yeah.
Have you seen stickball?
No.
It's just field hockey, but they're beating the fuck out of each other. It's so sick, man. But yeah, that's essentially my story. I met up. the story of meeting Reese and Jacob is kind of funny. Actually.
Explain that.
It was a Golgothan show. Shout out Golgothan, just easily my favorite band in the area.
Pretty sure it was that one in 2021 that they came back after the lockdown with Capra and Writhings.
I was there.
Yeah, that was a sick show.
Yeah, that was a sick show, indeed.
And I see these fucking guys, and you've seen them at shows, bruh.
Yeah.
And I'm like, look, I took myself a little bit seriously at the time, for sure. And I see these fucking guys. I'm like, they're all like flexing and yelling, fucking, and every fucking guitar solo they're doing this wheelie like shit with their hands. You know what I mean?
Changed.
And I'm like, these fucking losers. And I lean over to my fiance at the time, and I'm like, hey, these guys fucking suck, huh? And she's like, fucking nerd, right? And so we're hanging out waiting for Golgothan, and What a Horrible Night to Have a Curse comes on. And that's the intersect big time for a lot of hardcore kids and a lot of metal kids, right?
Yeah.
Is the Black Dahlia Murder. And they shut it off early to play some other shit. And me and Reese at the same time both go, oh, turn it the fuck back on or whatever. And then kind of immediately from there, we're best buds. I still have a picture from that night.
That's fucking cute as fuck.
I think I have a few from that night. Black Dahlia is my favorite band of all time.
Yeah, I remember you mentioning that the first 2 times you came here.
I will continue to mention that.
Jacob was an acquired taste, but now inseparable. That's like my brother. I love him to death. I really do. Yeah.
It was weird because that's like recently in time, like as in the last like 7 months, was like, holy shit. Me and Jacob have more in common than me and Reese do.
Oh, big time, dude. Me and Jacob are both haters.
That's it.
Haters.
And Reese is a lover,
That's awesome.
Dude, I love to love. I use my hands a lot.
Hey, he does. It's
Let me see those hands again. Put them up.
I just moisturized them today.
Whoa.
Hey, chill.
Whoa.
But yeah, no, that's it's essentially, my story. The muscle thing, they kind of covered that. They hit me up. Oh, we got to do this. I'm like, dude, if you need a fucking vocalist, let's do it. I want to get on stage, man. That sounds fun. Like I said, first band, I knew I was going to drop some bullshit. I knew my voice is going to be terrible. And so we did it.
Stetson surprised us, to be completely honest. And it's not that it wasn't from a lack of of not thinking he could do it. I just wasn't expecting him to be able to push as hard as he did.
Yeah.
But also get so into the frontman status because he just it was like a rocket ship. I was like, holy shit, this dude fucking controls this shit so well.
Yeah.
So tons of props to him.
Thank you, buddy.
And we wish Ethan could be here tonight.
Yeah.
He could not. And I honestly could say the same for him.
What a persona.
This is Ethan's first time being in a band, and he is just crushing it. I'm so proud of him. I'm proud of both of them.
Pre-Muscle, there was another project that Ethan and I had going called P-Laid that he had conceived, where it was him on guitar, there was going to be another bass player, and it was going to be me on vocals and drums. And it was kind of like a thrashy Mastodon-esque thing. So I knew he can write riffs, but coming into Muscle, he stepped it up so much higher. Like, a lot of the really heavy breakdowns that you hear in some of this stuff,
all Ethan,
that you're going to hear from this point going forward into her career, Ethan writes like 80% of that type of stuff. Like, he's really good at the like really heavy, like
just chugging it out,
grooving, like breakdown stuff. A lot of that's him.
That's the first thing I noticed about Ethan meeting him. I'm like, oh, he's got a bit of a hardcore ethic. Like, yeah,
I think he was born for it,
like,
dude.
He was like, he has that. Like, I see it in him, and I'm like, pretty immediately, I'm like, oh yeah, this dude writes the heaviest shit. Just like really caveman beat down bullshit riffs, man. And it's fucking badass.
It's honestly the irony of this project. Me and Jacob are technically the ones who conceived it, and we are the ones who were the least the hardcore. We were the least fucking hardcore dudes ever.
They make fun of me all the time. They constantly bully me, dude. Like,
whenever I saw some of the first, like, the artwork and the concept stuff that y'all putting out on Facebook and social media and whatnot, I was like, okay, that's a hard pivot for these two guys. And I was just wondering how it was going to work. And, in our, how serious y'all two were about it. So, but yeah, man, y'all making it work.
Thank you.
Let me tell you where the transition was.
Okay.
Where that all started.
Yeah.
Well, a long time ago, probably about 3 or 4 years ago, maybe. Maybe not 4, probably 2.5, 3 years. Jake Stetson and I took a trip out to Baton Rouge to see Chelsea's Kublai Khan, and I think
was Kublai Khan. Pain of Truth was the opener.
The
on
Bog
that
was
one.
on there too.
Sang with Sugar Bog and Tear.
Yeah, and my concept of what hardcore was kind of skewed by this weird old school metalheads perception of what hardcore is. You know what I mean? Like, just like overly dumb. It's all zeros and the breakdowns. It's fucking boring. That type of deal. Terror flipped that perception completely on its head and smashed it into the ground.
I got to watch it happen on his face too. And I'm like, you like Terror, don't you?
Terror is badass. Like, that's, to me, in the modern day, they're like the flagship of what true hardcore is. And I think a lot of why I like it is because maybe 20 years ago, if you had dumbed down their like aggression a little bit, people would have called them a crossover thrash band because of the speedy parts.
Certainly.
And I think that's why it resonated with me so much. At that point, I didn't completely turn a leaf into being like a real fan of hardcore, because I liked Kublai Khan as well. I liked their songs and all that stuff. And then we talked about this the last time we were on, where we went to go see the Black Dahlia Murder, and Terror was on there again. I would have rathered to be in the back of the stage, or like the back of the room, so I can actually watch them instead of had my head smashed in by stage divers. But
more stage dives.
But there started to be more of a transition there, seeing them live again. And then really when I decided that, okay, muscle needs to be a thing that we do, me and Jake, after he left Gamera, we had already planned to go and see Havoc, Toxic Holocaust, Hammerhead, and I Am. Seeing I Am live, they're necessarily a hardcore band, but I think they started as a hardcore band, and they're very like hardcore influenced. Seeing that drummer do what he did on that stage is really what made me like flip the switch. I'm like, I want to do Muscle like now. Yeah. Like, I want to go on stage and beat the shit out of some drums. And Muscle was already conceived, so it just made sense. Gamera was kind of on its deathbed at that point, so it made sense for us to switch over.
And as long as I got these two fools, and Ethan included, I'm going. I'm there.
So that's awesome, man.
And it seems
I like the explanation of it all, as far as what you preconceived hardcore, and then like actually like the fucking how your axis was flipped upside down.
Don't get me wrong, a lot of hardcore is that perception.
Okay.
He still hates it.
I don't hate hardcore.
No, he doesn't. No.
I don't hate hardcore.
I mean, speaking for myself, I mean, I never got into hardcore. I mean, there's maybe some bands like DRI was mentioned earlier.
Good crossover, like super solid crossover.
Yeah, and fuck. Who else? Terror. I know about Terror. Yeah. But Cro-Mags and shit like that.
Yeah, early Hatebreed is so quintessential for hardcore.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut about Hatebreed.
Oh, what?
You're not a fan?
No.
Ouch, my peepness.
That's what it is.
I mean, no. I mean,
that's all good, man.
I grew up in a time where like everything that was extreme and scary, and then like and later down the road where like you have acts like Hatebreed and even stuff like Soulfly and I'm not knocking these bands, not at all. And like not Lacuna Coil, it's the other bit, Cold Chamber and shit like that.
Big Truck.
Yeah, like we're like
Big Truck is dope.
Whenever stuff like that came out, I was just I wouldn't like think twice about it. I was like, I'm just not into it, just based on what what they're presenting and how they're presenting it. And I'm sure they write some fucking quality shit, but I guess me stuck in my old ways, and and I'm not. I just keep falling back on what I reference. Certainly. Fucking like Slayer, Metallica, and shit like that.
That's kind of me still to this day. I mean, I'm in this hardcore band, and we're writing tough ass fucking riffs, but I'm still listening to like brutal death metal and thrash all day.
Yeah, no, my tastes haven't I haven't stopped listening to a lot of the stuff I was listening to before.
Of course,
it's just like they've expanded.
Right. Right.
We were blasting Necrophagus on the way here.
Yeah, nothing has changed in that regard.
I listened to Alice DJ on the way here. I really like Better Off Alone. Real jam.
Better off.
Yeah. I would implore you, Mo, to check out Perseverance. Just give it a listen.
Perseverance.
Yeah.
That's the band.
No. It's Hatebreed Perseverance, the album.
Oh,
We're going to challenge you today.
Couple tracks, dude.
I'm gonna write it down.
Word.
And he's never going to do it.
Proceeds to write down on something that doesn't capture writing.
It's invisible ink. It'll show itself later.
Truth be told, man, like, I guess I never gave Hatebreed their fair shake because, it's not that, like, afraid of, like, becoming a fan or anything like that. I don't know. I just, when I think of heavy and I think of, like lead heavy fucking acts, y'all know who I am. I mean, I'm fairly partial to, like, anything blackened. Yeah. Fucking blackened death metal, black thrash, black metal. It's just kind of where I'm at in life. And someone, like, shouting at me, whether it's the lyrical themes or, like, about politics or state of current affairs, I don't know. It just kind of, like, turns me off. Okay. That's just where I'm at.
Well, the best hardcore isn't stuff that's talking about social issues or
uplifting
politics. It's about stuff from, like, more of a personal perspective.
Yeah.
A lot of Terror's lyrics.
Okay.
That's what I immediately
I'd even say Hatebreed does that a lot.
Oh, yeah. Hatebreed's, like,
It's uplifting.
Improvement
Super
through
uplifting.
destruction, pretty much, is how their entire philosophy. It's just positivity. A lot of hardcore is just positive, but in a weird, cathartic way.
So are they considered like a Christian hardcore band?
No, just very positive. They're like,
very positive?
Very positive, man. Yeah.
You can beat me up, you can do whatever you fucking want, but I'll come back stronger, better than ever.
Yeah,
like
self-improvement
optimist metal.
it's not confined. It's not confined to specific dogmatic ways of looking at life, including religion or really just any philosophy. Self-improvement in any way. Like, just start by doing small little things. To improve your life and maybe the life of others.
Yeah.
That's kind of the attitude we have with muscle. I mean, yeah, we think about taking anabolics and steroids, but, like, go to the fucking gym, lift heavy shit.
The amount of people
you'll get
that
humbled really fucking quick, and you will. Yeah.
The amount of people that have told us that. That's
I don't. I do all shit. Like all my workouts are at home. I don't do anything benching wise.
No.
He's about to bring up a good point right there.
Oh, yeah, no, I the amount of people that have come up to us and said, like, dog, you inspired me to get back in the gym in a really short amount of time of, like, going to shows. Like, people will tell us all the time, like, oh yeah, dude, you inspired me to get back in the gym. Oh, bro, I get better. Like, people have been telling me, oh, I get a better pump when I listen to Muscle. I'm like, dude, that's so fucking cool. And
is that real?
Man, legit, look, I'm gonna tell you, there's some magic behind it, bro.
Stetson shared a photo of a guy. He's like a local Louisiana bodybuilder. The dude's fucking huge, and he's just listening to Muscle in the gym. And I think is he coming to the
shout out 97 Strength? That's who that is. And yeah, he's coming to Metairie, bro,
dude,
tomorrow.
Let's go,
Jacob.
He's about to turn that place to a blender, dude.
Not the same show that we're talking about. We're playing in Metairie at Babylon tomorrow, being April 19th.
Yeah.
The show where we came on to promote. I mean, that's not the only reason we came out. We like to hang out with Mo. But
you're such a liar.
What a fucking asshole,
Such a fucking liar,
I came
Jacob.
to massage him. I know the fuck.
A big reason we're on here today is to promote a show, which is a benefit that comes out. Doesn't come out. What am I saying? We are playing it May 10th.
You're gonna drop a mixtape?
Huh?
I just threw you off. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you did. It's okay. But we can get back into more information regarding that show later. But
we can do it right now. You on a roll. You on a roll.
Okay, sure.
Go ahead.
Basically who we consider a really good friend and basically is like Muscle's biggest fan, Link. He has come out to every single show regardless of the time of the week or where it is. He's out from, you said?
Port Allen?
Yeah, Baton Rouge, Port Allen.
He's a Baton Rouge local.
I remember.
That's the easiest part.
Check you out.
The easiest way to say it. He came
We
out
love
to
you,
our
Link.
first show.
Yeah.
He came out to New Orleans to see our second show, and he came out to Lafayette on Tuesday night for our third show to come and see us.
He's a nut. Also,
That's a man
dude,
right there.
I did not think he was going to be there. 30 seconds into the first track, He fucking comes out like Batman, like the fucking he fucking comes out and just starts throwing down the dudes, and it shocked the fuck out of me. I was like, oh fuck, I didn't think he was here.
Well, I made a point in the flyer to put for our friend Link, who moshes harder than you, and I fucking meant it. There ain't no one who throws down like fucking Link, bro. That's a monster.
But yeah, his mom has a schwannoma. Originally, it was a vestibular schwannoma. It's basically in the inner ears nerves. It affects like balance and hearing and stuff like that if it gets big enough. The tumor itself isn't actually lethal, but the effects that it has, if it gets bad enough, will bleed over into other areas and fuck up stuff. But it turns out it's actually a cranial nerve schwannoma, which is even deeper into the head. So we're putting up the show with 5 bands, including us, at Chelsea's Live in Baton Rouge, basically the premier venue for heavy music in Baton Rouge. And we're completely honored that Aaron Scruggs was willing to host
That's amazing,
that event. We're also doing raffles for different items to try and, raise some money. So, yeah, Adrian Hutch, has accrued some medical debt for the checkups, but also will need extra money to actually pay for the removal. So we're trying to do our best to try and get a decent amount of money, raised for her. So
yeah, shout out Boogie, dude. Boogie's the shit.
Yes,
man. We're so
man.
excited to be able to do this for a friend.
BEATDOWN for Boogie is the name.
When
of
was the
event.
date of that show?
May 10th.
May 10th. Chelsea's Live. 5 bands. Muscle's going to be there.
Fight riffs.
Who else is going to be there?
Vatic Description's opening it.
Boom.
Oh shit!
Let's go. Swamp Stank is going on next.
Don't know them.
They're a Baton Rouge local, and they pull a lot of people. Cool dudes. It's been a while since they played. They had to come back early this year. They weren't playing for a little while over the whole quarantine thing and a little bit beyond. But Tyler's the boy. He's a really cool dude. He's their guitar player. I've been in correspondence with him. I've not met him yet, but we are going to have some nice hangs over there.
Oh yeah.
After us is Wasted, formerly known as Wasted
Creation. Yeah.
Shit's heavy.
Blaine and Bobby, they're really cool dudes, and they're willing to jump on. So that should be cool. And then the headliner is Baton Rouge Locals, Shores of Acheron. So
There you go.
it's going to be a killer time. Pre-sales are $15. We have them. We'll have them distributed to other bands. They'll sell. And the day of at the door is going to be $20. So if you guys want to save a little money, that's the best way to do it. Get a pre-sale either from the bands first, that supports us in a better way. But if you can't get a hold of a pre-sale, you guys can buy in online ahead.
Y'all have a link for tickets for to buy them online or something like that? Or?
Yeah, we have.
Okay,
them.
be sure to give me that because
I'll
I'll definitely put that in the episode caption and
Fuck yeah.
Just get that fucking spread it like wildfire.
Beautiful.
Yeah, not to mention we have a little array of sponsors that are on the show too. We've got shout out St. Landry Barbell,
Our boys.
Yeah, he's going to be giving out a membership and some other cool stuff. Iron Agora out in Baton Rouge. Shout out Iron Agora, man. They're hooking people up with a lot, like some duffels full of supplement stacks and stuff like that. And it's not all muscle stuff, They've got they've got a stained glass company, E&H Glass with some Z's on it. They're doing some really cool, unique, handmade earrings. And then we've got Safe Voyage Tattoos out of Baton Rouge, and that's Brad over there. And he's gonna be doing a certain amount of money tattoos. I don't know, and then Parish Iron, or is it Parish Leather Works? That's gonna be.
I think it might be Parish Iron Leather Works.
Is that it?
I think that might be what it is.
I say iron so much on a daily basis when I'm fucking with y'all, man. So
yeah, it's Ray from St. Landry Barbell. He does other little things, including some studio stuff, which we might be taking a little trip to later this summer. So great. Yeah, be on the lookout for that. But yeah, we're raffling off items to help raise the money as well.
Items and services, Reese?
Items and services.
Put your hands on some people, maybe?
Moisturize.
Hey, Reese is a sponsor, dude. He'll jack your back off. Dude.
Yeah. Wait, what?
And then throw it out. I mean, no.
We haven't decided what the raffle tickets will be priced at, but it's either going to be a $5 or a $10 raffle, and people can buy as many tickets as they want to improve their chances of winning. as much money as we can raise, that's the goal of the entire thing. So they also have a GoFundMe if anyone wants to donate there. It is there. I think at some point on the I almost said Gamera social medias, the Muscle social medias, that it was posted there. So if you guys want to do that, that's cool too.
Yeah, definitely send me all that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But yeah, any amount of money helps. And it's going to be a fucking killer time for a great cause.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want to see people fucking get violent.
Yeah, they need to tear that fucking place apart.
Tear that
in
fucking
the best
place
possible way.
apart.
All respect to Chelsea's, but
Yeah.
like fuck everyone
all
up.
respect to
that you
Chelsea's,
see.
but fuck that place up.
Yeah.
Knowing the Baton Rouge crowd, there might be blood in the fucking.
I tell you what, man, it never fails. Like Baton Rouge always brings a crowd. You know, whoever plays, like Baton Rouge shows up, man, at Chelsea's.
They show
and they go fucking berserk.
I got a lot of love for Baton Rouge, man. It's a bitchin' scene out there. Most of the shows that I started coming to when I moved out here were in Baton Rouge. So,
I was telling Reese as soon as I went and picked him up and came over here, I was like, it's going how I would hope. We are a Lafayette band, but it almost feels like we're being adopted
by Baton Rouge
as a Baton Rouge band. You know what I mean? Like by the Baton Rouge scene.
How was the response at New Orleans? And
surprisingly good.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, it was good.
It wasn't
really
like there wasn't like 500 people there or anything like that, but the 20 or 30 people that did show up, they enjoyed it and they were very responsive.
Little dude did a backflip. That was sick, dude, in the pit. Dude,
Damn.
the
I
whole fucking
consider
backflip,
if it gets violent and people start screaming, then I'd say it's a success.
certainly.
Sounds about right.
yeah,
But yeah, we got that show coming up, and then we got a couple other cool offers for in June.
Yeah, can speak to that a little bit, but
yeah. I mean, if y'all want to,
we got April 26th. We're playing Festival After Party as well. That's going to be in Lafayette off
fucking A.
at 114 West Jefferson.
Better be there, Mo.
Yeah, that one's going to be sick. It's
April when?
at 26, so not this Friday, but next Friday.
I should be here.
That's gonna be a good time. It's a mixed genre show. A lot of R&B. I love R&B. There's
R&B.
There's a country singer on there. There's
Not so much.
couple rap artists. Port Squad's on there. Shout out Port Squad, some of my best friends. And,
Mike P.
Yeah, Mike P, dude. Mike P from
Fucking
OT
love
forever.
you, dude.
And
I wish I knew Mike P just so I could say Mike P.
you can, dude. He'd love it.
It's a free country. Say whatever the fuck you want.
And Muscle is smack dab in the middle of that.
Hell yeah.
So
It couldn't.
Yeah.
All I can say is I almost fear for the people
The normies
that are going to be in
there.
that room.
Oh man.
Yeah, all the festival goers that are
And
like, oh, let's check this
dude.
shit out.
And like I don't want to talk, shit on my town, but man, like a lot of Lafayette people could be so uptight with music. Like they only like stick to what they know, which is like the Zydeco's and the country pop and all that shit. And it's like anything normal, like anything remotely unnormal.
Glass,
It's like
glass cigarette.
he knows.
We might have to warn the crowd to be like, hey, if y'all don't want to get
Nah,
fucking
fuck
hurt.
that. Just
I'm
go
gonna let
and
him
do
know.
your
I'm gonna
thing.
let him know.
I was
Do
about
what
to say,
Stetson
I
did.
don't think you understand. Like the room is fucking small, and
I'm gonna be like,
be like, y'all don't leave, but y'all might want to get to the back of the room.
I'm
if y'all don't know
basically
what the
just gonna
fuck
say
about-
like,
is about
hey,
to
if
happen.
y'all ain't never seen us before, y'all might want to just like give some people some space because they ain't trying to fight you, but it's gonna look like it.
Yeah.
It's gonna look like it.
Let me correct myself. Stetson won't say it. Chris Gaines will say it. But
That's right. Yeah, Stetson's not really there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what? So nah, I'm not gonna ask that question. I was gonna say why the monikers are like why.
No, we can talk about that.
We can,
That's fine.
we can talk about that.
Certainly.
Yeah, man, it's a big part of the part of muscle.
Okay. Well, what inspired that?
Jacob,
it was him.
really?
It was
You don't remember this, Stetson, and I haven't brought it up.
Jacob
was
was now
me.
pointing clearly at Stetson in a very sexual and violent way.
He won't stop looking at me. And he's got his
Stetson
polo
was
on.
the one that
Eyes
came
are
up with it
sweating.
originally. I don't remember what it was inspired by.
It probably was me. Well,
I came up with the actual names, but you're like, hey, what if we had these moniker things and you're like Curls McWay or something like that? And
Yeah.
you're like, well, okay, what about Chris Gaines? Because it's funny because that's what Garth Brooks is.
it's a Garth Brooks reference. Yeah, Chris Gaines.
Was that his name?
No, so Garth Brooks had a character.
Yeah, I remember this, but it was Chris something.
Chris Gaines.
Was
but
it Chris
but it
Gaines?
was with an ES. So
That's
mine's
not
a
with a Z at the end.
That's fucking clever.
And so what that is able to do for me, I feel like those monikers, I'm able to write under the pseudonym, which means that I can talk my shit.
Yeah,
I can be a dumbass without it coming from Stetson. You know?
Absolutely. You could get away with like just being a total asshat. I mean, yeah, I didn't do that. That was Chris Gaines.
Hey, when I see Kiss, bro, it's not Gene Simmons, it's the fucking demon, dude.
That's right. That's right.
But yeah, we're also really big fans of Metalocalypse. So
Yes.
that whole thing, and Ghoul and Gore and all that other stuff.
Planet Fist.
Yeah. But yeah, the character thing is in itself really marketable because we're able to build content around it.
Yeah.
But it also is just funny. Like these stupid names. You got Chris Gaines on vocals. You got Brock Slamson, as in Brock Samson from the Venture Brothers, but Slamson.
I had no
on
idea.
drums.
I had no idea.
We got Kevin Curls on guitar.
Sergeant
Kevin Curls to you.
Never takes his sunglasses off.
And Ryan Reps on bass. But then there's another shadow member that we can't announce yet. But you may or may not see him playing with us on May 10th.
Well, yeah, his name is redacted. So, but yeah, I think the moniker.
I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
It helps. There's a bit of world building that has gone into all this. I don't think that. I certainly don't think that Jacob can touch a project without building like a really cool, fleshed out lore. It's just so sick. Like, Kuyan Death Squad, he told me the story of that.
Yeah.
It's like it could be a fucking trilogy of films. It could be a whole run of comic books.
Yeah.
And I feel the same way about Muscles lore, and he's written so much of it. And I'm not going to do an episode 38. But but it's super sick. And I'm super honored to be a part of a group with such like super talented writers. Like, allow me to suck them off for a second. Like, these guys are like crazy talented writers, really beautiful minds, and like also have blossomed into being like some of my best friends.
I wasn't. Oh man,
that's
wait till I get my hands on you after this.
Cry, you fucking pussy.
Feel it in my plums. Feel it in my plums.
The night that me and Stetson saw Tim Capella live was the night I knew he was going to be at my wedding. That's all I'll say.
Damn.
Dude, Tim Capella's so sick.
Dude, that was one of the best nights of my life.
It's the sax man from Lost Boys, dude.
No, we're so honored to have Stetson. And Ethan as well, but he's not here. But since Stetson's the one stroking the
Ethan's definitely here in spirit, though.
Ethan's the bassist, right? We love you, buddy. I'm from this fucking.
Oh shit! Is he really?
He does something while we're on stage.
Oh yeah, runs around.
No, but in all seriousness, Stetson said it before. Me and Stetson may be the faces of the bands and the talking heads, the promotional pushers, the ones that are like in the forefront a lot of the time. But Reese and Ethan are definitely the stars of the show. Not only are they propelling us forward with a really thick wall of sound with the guitars, the stringed instruments, but there's a presence. Reese doesn't move around a whole lot, but he's,
those glasses got to stay on somehow.
Yeah.
I don't know how he does it.
Kevin Curls is not the man. He's like where Michael Myers is like, you see the aura around him.
Yeah,
That's Michael Myers, not the guy.
The shape.
It's like Kevin Curls is the sunglasses and the aura surrounding him.
I legit aim to never not play a Muscle show without those fucking things on.
They look sick, dude. They look cool.
If it's successful, keep rolling with it, Reese.
Dude.
And then
Reese is all right.
We already were getting videos from fans of them and photos of them. They're wearing like aviator sunglasses.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, like Reese is cool, but Kevin Curls has definitely touched a titty before.
A couple man titties. That's.
And then every band needs their madman, right?
Yeah.
That's Ethan.
Oh yeah.
He jumps around all over the place. We had someone saying at Santos show, dude, I got stabbed in the neck with that headstock from that Jackson bass twice during that set. He jumps all over the place. He swings around. He doesn't give a fuck who's around him. He is making everyone as uncomfortable as possible. He's going with the Dillinger escape plan approach, and I can't be here for it any more than I am.
That's awesome.
That shit's so fucking
He
sick.
aims for danger, and especially growing up in the hardcore scene, I relish in that shit. So,
I've heard him say once before. He's like, "If it breaks, it breaks." I don't fucking know.
If it breaks, it breaks.
that fucking
he
thing
acts
breaks.
like he has a lot of money. I can tell you that much.
Which his character does, because he
Certainly.
steals things and runs away and sells them
Certainly.
on the black market.
You okay, buddy?
Yeah, I had to. My balls were getting really stuffed. I had to move. I'm sorry.
I'm already sorry I asked.
You knew what you were in for with these
Stuffed.
two.
I did.
His
you
balls
know,
were stuffed.
and I must
What,
have.
garlic? Cheese?
I must
Keep
ad-
Dracula
I
off
must
of him.
admit that I'm a little I'm still fucked up from all my allergies, and I was telling Jake, man, like I almost fucking like had to cancel on y'all. First of all, I thought yesterday was Thursday.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. The
He was
message, like,
telling
today
you
is
that.
Thursday.
Dude,
oh,
like
well.
that's how messed. I'm serious. That's how messed up my week has been going.
Wednesday, I mean.
And I was like, oh, okay, well, shit, man, I got 24 hours, so I could probably and get this shit ironed out and just go with it. So I was like, I don't want to prolong it. I want to get y'all guys.
Oh
on the
yeah,
pod.
you sound Zyrtec'd up, dude.
Oh, I really,
think you're good, bro.
dude, I am. I am.
Thank you so much for having.
I'm gonna
us.
put the
Absolutely.
fucking compression levels like through the roof on this recording.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us. This is
Yeah,
so-
man.
This is super sick. Yeah, like I said, I was doing my research, man. I was listening to the podcast. I'm like, dude.
Yeah, you
This
know
shit's
what?
gonna
We
be dope,
didn't
dude.
we didn't even hit your 6 favorite albums in that through your origin story. So
is
let's
it
hear what you got.
is it Desert Island albums?
It's Desert Island. It's The House is on Fire. You about to lose all your shit.
Got them written down, dude.
Look
got
at
notes,
that.
Got notes ready.
I like it. Taking a page from John LeBlanc there.
In no real specific order, but
Mm-hmm.
The Gods Hate Self-Titled. Phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Just some of the hardest shit I've ever heard. There's a sample before every song. I fucking love samples.
I love samples too. I mean, you haven't noticed.
Yeah, straight up. Dude,
I mean, just
what the fuck?
just for shits and gigs. The kids love it.
Massive amount of love for God's Hate. One of my favorite bands. The Acacia Strain's Wormwood.
Mm-hmm.
Just riffs, dude. Whole lot of beat ass parts that came out in 2010. I was a freshman in high school, and that shit blew my fucking mind, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really solid shit. Kiss Destroyer.
Fucking A.
Yeah, dude.
Shit, yeah.
Fucking.
You're the first person to get
Straight up, dude.
mid through your list. Hell yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. I mean, dude, you want fun poppy shit, you got Shout It Out Loud. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You want some straight up rock and roll, you got Detroit Rock City. You know what I mean? You want some fucking like slowed down meathead shit? God of fucking thunder, dog.
Shit, yeah.
You
And
want some pretty shit? Beth, I hear
yeah,
you
and
calling.
and
Come on, dude.
and Love Guns on that one as well.
Love Gun's on Love Gun.
My bad.
It's all good, dude.
I'm terrible.
No, I'm just a nerd. It's all good. Marauder Master Killer. Marauder has informed the way that I enjoy music in such a huge way. Just heavy shit, man. Amazing riffs, and just a seminal album.
Seminole.
Yeah, like semen.
My
Seminole vesicle album.
That's the cum word. It's the science cum word, actually. Yeah, if the listeners didn't know.
I thought that's what love is.
Straight up, dude. You're right. You ain't lying, dude. The Jackie Brown soundtrack.
That's a really good soundtrack.
That's hard. That's a hard as fuck answer, dude.
You
Fucking-
didn't expect that shit from me because I'm fucking stupid,
Fucking
dude.
Holy
Delphonics,
shit.
Bobby Womack.
Oh,
That's my shit, son.
across 110th Street,
dude.
dude. So fucking solid.
Fuck, dude, man.
Straight up. Hey, me and Mo are best buddies, now, dude.
Some people
Just had a
would
moment
argue
there.
Who would have thought, man?
That's right.
Who would have
Clinton's
thought?
best movie.
Okay,
That's
and then
debatable.
I said some would argue, not me.
Well, look, it's the
don't
return of Pam Grier, and Pam Grier handles fucking business, dude.
Yeah, she does.
Pam Grier's the
That
fucking
movie
shit.
is so fucking
Shout
good.
out Pam Grier.
That's right.
Yes.
If you still looking, you know what I mean.
Chris Gaines looking out for you.
That's right.
My old lady's not gonna like that joke.
No, she's not.
She's really not.
Is she a fan of the podcast?
Pam Grier, is she a fan of the podcast? Oh, my old lady. Oh, Annie, I love you so much, dude.
That was great.
She is now aware of the podcast because I will listen to it while she's at work. She works from home, and so she's like aware that Like you're a dude and there's like a voice coming from the room.
Okay, cool.
My favorite album of all time is Stick to Your Guns, Diamond. That has super informed the way that I enjoy hardcore.
Well, that's Six by Stetson.
I've got, look right there.
It's got the tattooed diamond, y'all.
It's on
He
there.
ain't playing.
And honorable mention. Metallica's Ride the Lightning.
Oh, yeah.
Even Escape, Jacob. Even Escape is fucking hard. Dude.
I kind of lean towards Stets here. It's not a great Metallica song, but it's not a shit song.
It's better than most of what came out in the 90s.
Yeah, I agree. You know, it's funny, you know, and
All of it, actually.
what's really funny is that the Black Album, some of the Black Album was playing today at work, and I was like, man, every time I hear Nothing Else Matters, I hate it.
Hey, sad but true.
Dude.
More and more
Sad
each
true,
time.
Yeah, I don't like nothing.
Anytime
like that.
like right after Injustice leading into literally anything, I'm just like I don't care how well written the songs are. I can't fucking listen to it. I can't. I
think the only way I would be a fan of the Black Album if like either Kirk Hammett or fucking James Hetfield was like, hey Mo, here's like X amount of $1 million and one of our guitars. And I'd be like, dude, Black Album all the way. Saint Anger, let's do it.
I feel
That snare on Saint Anger though. Look,
It's
unpopular
amazing.
opinion. It's so sick. I fuck with it, dude. It's so sick, dude. It's so sick. You guys are nerds. It's sick.
I didn't know this until like a few years ago, but the Black Album was actually a self-titled record.
That's correct.
I did not know that.
It's got the little snake, the little "Don't tread on me" thingy.
Yeah, no one
You can
calls it
barely
Metallica.
fucking
Metallica.
see it too.
Well, if you look with your fucking eyes, you can see it.
Well, I'd also like to barely fucking hear it. So get that fucking album out of here.
That's a pretty common thread. He likes to barely hear his music. Vitriol is up there. I'm sorry, dude.
Fucking
That was awesome.
That was for Jacob.
fat roast.
awesome.
Fat roast.
I don't hate that band, but their production needs some work. And I'm not even a production guy.
No,
I
it's
hate
all
the
love,
guitars
dude. It's
and
all
I
love.
disagree. The new album is very, very coherent.
It's all love.
It's
The
it's,
Antichrist EP
fucking-
rips. I ain't gonna lie.
all of it.
Antichrist
fucking rips.
EP is the best thing they ever came out with. And that's not
Hard
an ironic
disagree.
statement.
We're not going to get into a bashing Vitriol on this podcast.
No, God, no.
I'm just batching the fact
Because
that I can't hear their guitars.
one of those guys, the bass player, he is a fond fucking admirer of guns, namely 300 PRCs. That's what I have, and you could shoot really, really fucking far with
Hey,
that
yo,
thing.
cut that out. Cut that out. Cut that out.
Nah, I'm a huge fan of Vitriol. You know that.
Yeah, I like their music and they're cool dudes. It's
Yeah, they're
just-
really cool.
I've been
Yeah.
spinning, suffer, and become nonstop. Since
Hey, Sunday Moon Bang. Guy with the guns. Sunday Moon is so sick, dude. Keep doing that shit. That shit
Keep doing that
stupid
shit.
heavy, bro.
That's awesome. So we have a show. Y'all have a show, May 10th.
May 10th.
May 10th.
Yes, that's
Chelsea's
right.
live.
Be done for Boogie, baby.
It's going to be a hell of a fundraiser and great shows, great dudes, tons of riffs, prizes,
tons of fight riffs. Dude.
fucking prizes. It's gonna be a great cause. Y'all show up.
We want to see some blood, but we also want to see your giving heart.
Yes,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Your heart giving blood on the fucking ground.
Hey, straight up, dude.
Damn, dude.
My faith in humanity will be restored when 500 people show up.
It's a good chance that's gonna happen. You know, you never know. Just how big each band and the reach is. You know, for each other. But we'll see.
Hell,
I'm
it's
hoping for the best
sick.
because I mean that. You know, anytime someone's life is on the line like that, man, you hate to hear it. I know I do.
So all shows that are scheduled, I won't say everything, but
We have a
tomorrow we're going to be in Metairie at Babylon Sports Bar, and well, by the time this comes out, our new sport will have been introduced,
Mosh ball,
and
baby.
a lot of blood will be on the floor.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
shout
then-
out Necromeyer for helping me come up with Mosh Ball.
Yeah,
Them's the
for sure.
boys.
And then the next one is going to be the festival after party, like he mentioned earlier. And then after that is going to be the May 10th fundraiser show. And then in June, we're playing at a library. And that's all I'll say.
We're playing at a library with Christworm, which is
Oh
so
wait,
fucking
yeah,
cool, dude.
I saw some a flyer for that on Instagram. That like just wasn't recently announced, like yesterday or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
made the joke that it's going to be like that show Silent Library, but it's not going to be silent. It's just library,
Nah, it's gonna
dude.
be fucking violent as all shit.
Oh, yeah.
I hope no one like starts like burning fucking
I think they're going to
books and-
regret agreeing to put this show on with
Oh my God,
Those-
Violent
those
Library. I
bands?
didn't even think of that.
with those
Wow,
bands
Stetson.
on it.
Yeah, dude.
Reptilian War Machine, us, Glacial Coffin, and Christworm.
It's gonna rip.
Someone might get injured, like
That's
legitimately.
Ness and Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
Shut it the fuck down. Someone's getting hurt.
Someone needs to grab an encyclopedia and just steel chair it over someone's head. Dog.
I never personally want someone to get like really hurt at our shows, but I want.
Someone
I
is gonna be
want-
really. Someone's gonna be really pissed off at the Dewey Decimal System and be like, "Fuck this!"
Yeah.
And then,
I
like, that's
legit-
it. Dude.
What's PIMDOS, bitch? Yeah, straight up.
Hit him with the rolling ladder.
I legit want Muscle to be known. Like I want our pits to be scary. That's what I fucking
Yeah.
want. Oh
They already
yeah,
are,
dude.
but-
That's my fucking goal for this. I want this to be the toughest fucking band.
Growing up,
Around.
man. Growing up, there was a band called Murder Death Kill. That
I remember that band.
yeah, bro.
yeah.
And they would come out to Palmdale a good bit, and people were fucking scared to go see Murder Death Kill. And I just want people to be just a little bit afraid to go see Muscle, just a little bit, just a little
don't
bit of that
care.
Murder Death Kill energy.
I don't care how goofy the concept is. I want our shit to be fucking absolutely scary.
And people like Tim Chapman and people like Link Cannon make the pit scary.
Dude, Link fucking goes crazy. I can't wait to see him.
It's gonna be sick.
Well, I'm gonna definitely and try to make that that after party for.
Please, I want
Yeah,
to see you
I
there.
want to go. Now that you mention it,
Mo
I
gotta hit
wanna
a
see you
two-step, bro.
there.
You gotta hit a two-step, dog.
Dude,
I still struggle with the concept of hardcore dancing. I still think it's stupid, but you guys do what you do. Just respond to the music, and I'm happy.
I
didn't realize there was a two-step involved.
I am on the other end of that where like I made a promise to myself really young. I would never get in a fucking push pit. And I still to this day will not. Hey, look, but from a muscle standpoint, if y'all are pushing, if y'all are fucking out there spin kicking, if y'all are doing the fucking hokey pokey, I don't give a shit. Move to muscle, dude. That's all I want. I just don't want you to stand still.
A funny thing that we've observed recently is that at the beginning of this journey, me and Stetson were these like opposite like obelisks looking over a field, like rivaling each other. One of them
So romantic.
thinks that thrash is really stupid and that hardcore is king, and the other one thinks that hardcore is really stupid and that thrash is king. Now we've started to like
Y'all been meeting in the
meet
middle. Yeah.
where we're both in denial of liking the other side and anything.
Yeah.
We'll look at each other. We'll be like, power trip, power trip. Like,
I was like, whoa, there's no way I can like hardcore. I'm like in denial about it, and he had the exact same experience with thrash, and now he's like, no, Dead Heat's like, they're more hardcore than thrash, and John LeBlanc from Golgoth, and we're like, dude, they sound exactly like fucking Power Trip. What do you mean they're more hardcore than thrash? They're just
Yeah.
straight up like,
shout out Dead Heat. They don't sound just like power trip, but hey, all right.
yeah, they're definitely not just like more leaning hardcore crossover band. They're a hardcore crossover thrash band. Like it's, I don't know, but yeah,
Stetson's in
we've been in
denial.
denial. So he's becoming
in
a
the
thrash
closet.
kid. I'm becoming a hardcore kid.
That's
It's
wild,
just
man.
weird
It's
thing.
happening,
This
dude.
just happens when people come together.
Stetson wants to get his battle vest going.
Please do. Please do and bring it back.
It'd just be eternal champion patches.
I'll get you a Screaming for Vengeance patch and get it on the back. It'll
you
match
go.
my Defenders.
Oh my god.
Guys, it was a real treat to have you all here tonight. I really wish that Ethan could have been
Dude,
present.
for real.
Because I met him at shows through Jacob, and but yeah, I didn't realize that was your nephew, man. I thought it was like
Yeah.
a little
Family.
cousin. It's crazy.
Practically.
And
He's a guy.
but yeah,
Oh, don't we have 3 other people that need to say a few words before we end this?
sure.
Get on that fucking seat. Ooh. Hey, what up? Brock Slamson from the greatest hardcore band in the world, Muscle, here on Tales from the Riff, talking about some shows. We'll be taking over and keeping the world anabolic because we're in an anabolic cult set out on making the world hard.
Hey, you fucking pussies, listen up. This is Tales from the fucking Rift. This is Chris Gaines coming at you fucking live. This is live, right?
That's not live.
It fucking better be live, Mo. I'm gonna tell you right now. Look, we got Beatdown for Boogie coming up May 10th. I want y'all to fucking show out, spin kick someone in the fucking mouth. I want someone to go home on a fucking stretcher.
Be there. Be square. Fight riffs. Death.
Muscle.
Keeping it anabolic, smigner it. We out here, New York.
Is that all?
See our fucking shows and start lifting weights. Pump. Pump. Pump.
Thanks, Brock.
Fuck you. Oh no, it's coming. It's coming. I'm going evil.
Don't let him.
Let the protein posers out and I'll fucking spin kick every single one of them into an early grave.